Alright, Mr.Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? We all know what's at stake. If you're watching this highlight, you're a savvy basketball fan. You follow my platform, you're savvy enough as a basketball fan. You know what's going on. It's Game 5. We're back in Toronto. Just to summarize this series up in a couple words here, the Toronto Raptors, Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors came out the gate and hit the Philadelphia 76ers in the mouth at home in Game 1. They should. They were the higher seed. They were at home. Philadelphia comes out and shocks the world, including self, wins Game 2, and they dominated a lot of Game 2. Then they turn around and go back to Philadelphia, and they go out and win Game 3. A big performance from Joel Embiid, gave you 33 points, 10 rebounds. But after that, we don't know what we're getting from Embiid. He's got 6 knee treatments, reportedly, to even suit up for a basketball game. His back is injured. Reportedly, he's overweight. And now to add to it, his coach is telling me that he's dealing with 2 flu-like illnesses. How do you get 2 flu-like illnesses at the same time? I've never heard of that in my life. To me, you know what that's telling me about Joel Embiid? And we'll talk more about Embiid after the highlight. That dude is not in good shape, and he's not putting the right stuff in his body. I'm sorry, somebody got to say it. So anywho, we get to Game 5 after the Raptors dominate Game 4. Embiid wasn't himself. He looked like he didn't need to be on a basketball court. Let's go to Toronto for this highlight. Let me just go ahead and warn you. It's going to be all Toronto. Not because I'm biased to the Raptors. I'm not a Raptors fan. But there was not anything to show from Philadelphia's side. Let's get into it. First quarter. Raptors down 5. Kawhi Leonard in the corner to Pascal Siakam for 3. Siakam much more aggressive in Game 5. He had an injury in Game 4, but he came out and competed in Game 5. Gave it his all on the court. Philadelphia could learn a thing or two from Pascal Siakam as he drills a couple threes off the passes from Kawhi and Kyle Lowry. Now Nick Powell inside to Kawhi Leonard for the jam. Now it's toward the end of the first. Kawhi just aggressive, scoring. Technically, Kawhi struggled from the field, but it wasn't like how Kyrie or Harden struggles from the field. 7 for 16 from the field. Serge Ibaka with the jam. He would get hit in the head in the first quarter. He gets stitched up, come back. Kawhi hit him in the head, his own teammate, so he's fine. Kawhi, nice pass there to Marc Gasol. Remember, Marc was hesitant for a couple games to shoot the basketball. He's shooting more. They're a different team when you got Marc Gasol on the perimeter. Speaking of a different team, now Kyle Lowry is driving, attacking the rim. He had a really good basketball game. Kawhi attacking, finding Danny Green, who knocked down 5 3-pointers in his basketball game. Ladies and gentlemen, don't look up now, but this Raptors team is back playing good again. Pascal Siakam with the shot clock going down over Tobias Harris. He drills the 2. Drake is all excited for his Raptors team. He like, we never did this with DeMar DeRozan. Danny Green drills the 3. Going into the locker room, the Raptors up 19, looking to add to it. Kawhi right down Main Street. He'll keep it himself. He's got those big old hands, and he just dunks it home. He just goes through that Philadelphia 76ers defense like it ain't nothing. That's disrespectful. Philadelphia would try to make a run in the third quarter, but every time they got close, they turned the basketball over, do something stupid, whatever you want to say. And Brett Brown he's super frustrated about his Philadelphia 76ers team. He's going to have that look on his face once they get eliminated and he gets fired. Danny Green's open in the corner for 3. Back up to 16 points. Now it's a 20-point game. Lowry, he's like, shoot, he made one. Let's give it to him in the same spot. He makes another one. Danny Green finished with 17 points. Pascal Siakam with a huge block here to add to his 25 points. He chipped in with a big defensive play, and his energy was just off the chain. It's a 21-point game here. This one is decided, and Siakam is out in transition with the jam. Timeout, Brett Brown. It ain't going to do you no favors here. More good Raptors basketball is Kawhi dunking on Joel Embiid. And I don't just want to blame Embiid, though. It wasn't just him. No one on this Philadelphia 76ers team played great. And as we finish the highlight here with a Marc Gasol 3, terrible defense from Embiid. This is a 36-point L. Before I come back on camera, I want to read you a couple stats real quick, so we'll just kind of loop the highlight a little bit. The 76ers lost by 36 points. With a blowout loss of that magnitude, some plus minuses are going to be pretty bad, all right? So let me read you some of these guys' plus minuses. Jimmy Butler, when he was on the basketball court, the 76ers were a minus 17. When Redick was on the court, a minus 21. When Simmons was on the court, they were a minus 8. Embiid, a minus 15 when Tobias Harris on the basketball court. A minus 34. Let's swing down to the Raptors. Siakam, a plus 35. Kyle Lowry, a plus 31. Kawhi Leonard, a plus 20. So obviously you see these two parallels here and just how bad these are. Raptors and 76ers stars on the court, right? These guys pretty much allowed their team from the 76ers standpoint to just watch their team suck when they were on the court. And the Raptors stars were dominating the Philadelphia 76ers. Again, 125-89 is your final score. I told one of my friends this earlier. If you watch this game, Kawhi Leonard is pretty much canceling out Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid game for game outside of game 3. And even in game 3, he was good. He's pretty much canceling those two stars out by himself. And Pascal Siakam, again, outside of game 4, is pretty much canceling Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons out by himself. That cannot happen. I'm allowing 2 stars to cancel out 4. So when I get anything from Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, Danny Green hit 5 3-pointers tonight, and then you got guys off the bench like Van Fleet starting to step up, Powell starting to step up. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's a simple formula for disaster if you're a 76er fan. I want to just pretty much call out these Philadelphia 76er stars. This is bad. Let's start with Tobias Harris. Family, you're about to get paid this summer, and let me make myself clear. Somebody is going to give Tobias Harris a max deal in free agency this summer. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it's the Nets, if the Nets strike out and miss on some of the top tier talents, they're going to offer Tobias Harris a big deal. The Clippers, who just let Tobias Harris go, I get it. They just let Tobias Harris go, in hopes of getting Kawhi Leonard. If they somehow strike out on Kawhi and Kevin Durant, trust me, they'll be right back in the running for Tobias Harris. The Knicks, I'm serious about this. If they strike out on some of the top tier guys, they'll be right there. The Lakers and so many other teams, Tobias is going to get paid. Tobias, you about to get paid, my brother. It is disrespectful to your team for sometimes, I'm not going to lie, and I'm a basketball holic. I watch those basketball games and sometimes forget Tobias Harris on the basketball court. You about to get a max deal in the NBA. That should not be the case. You don't always got to be your best version of yourself. But for me to not even realize you're on the court at times, fam, I'll get to Ben Simmons last. I want to save him for last. Joel Embiid, you might be under the weather. You might be sick. Look, you might be whatever's going on with Joel Embiid. I'm not saying he's lying about any of this. But to me, what I'm hearing from you is your body is talking to you and you're not responding. That's all I see. Like the injuries, right? Like I said, reportedly he's overweight. This has been things that's been out there for a couple years now. And as fans, we kind of see it. And media, whatever you want to call, we kind of see it. He's eating like chips and shit before the game. I've seen him eat candy before the game. Fast food. I've seen all this stuff from Embiid. Like, yo, your body is talking to you saying, bare minimum, you ain't treating me right and you're trying to play basketball for 48 minutes. You're trying to go up and down the court for 48 minutes a night. You're trying to be in good shape. And your body, you're 7 feet tall, fam. You got to work harder to keep yourself in good basketball shape. And your body is telling me with the flu and all that, your immune system ain't responding to what you're putting in it, bro. Bare minimum. Now, maybe he might be injury prone. It is what it is. He's a big center with some great abilities, and he's super athletic, right? When healthy. But with the flu and all that mess, getting the flu twice at the same time, 2 illnesses, whatever you want to call it, stomach viruses, that's your body saying you ain't doing something right. I know you can catch the flu randomly. To me, that's your body saying you ain't doing something right. Jimmy Butler, fam, you're not going to get away from some of this blame. Jimmy Butler, you, just like Tobias, he's about to get paid. Trust me when I say this, somebody will give Jimmy Butler max money this summer. It's going to happen. Unless Jimmy Butler decides to take a pay cut to go play with Kyrie or Kevin Durant or whoever, or Kawhi, whatever, Jimmy Butler is about to get paid. Jimmy Butler, for the most part, I'll give him credit. He's been competing his ass off. It hasn't been his fault why the 76ers are losing. I'm just questioning if this guy is still an elite two-way player night in, night out. Some nights he has it offensively. Some nights he has it defensively. He never puts together a complete basketball game, to me, on both sides like he used to. This should be on Jimmy Butler to cancel out Kawhi Leonard. That's what stars/superstars do. They take on the pressure offensively and defensively. Kawhi Leonard has just been better than Jimmy Butler, bro. It is no ifs, ands, buts about it. And a lot of people wouldn't have said that 3 or 4 years ago. I wouldn't have never predicted that Jimmy Butler would be that much below Kawhi Leonard. It is visible that he's not even in the same level tier as Kawhi Leonard. I just would have never thought that. And let me stop here with Ben Simmons. It's my last guy I'm gonna talk about. You know, last year, Ben Simmons complained about not making an All-Star team. He felt like he was snubbed. You know, Ben Simmons said he was the Rookie of the Year, and he got the Rookie of the Year award, right? He made the All-Star team this year. I am watching Ben Simmons. I think Charles Barkley quoted it as a triple single. Tonight, Ben Simmons gave me, and I want to read this exactly. Ben Simmons gave me 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. He was not elite at anything. Nothing. You're an all-star in this league. And I'm the same guy that called out Kyle Lowry, right? So to all my Raptor fans, shout out to y'all. I want to be fair. We called out Kyle Lowry, and Kyle Lowry tonight gave me 19 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and his team won by 30-some points. We said Kyle Lowry is an all-star in this league who didn't perform. Well, damn it, at least Kyle Lowry from time to time can knock down a jumper. Ben Simmons, 2 full years in, has yet to make a 3-pointer. This is ridiculous. His form is not ugly. I've watched him shoot pregame. His form is not ugly. It is not a bad-looking shot. This just tells me this dude is not putting in the work to his game. He is not putting the time in. I don't care about confidence and all that shit. I am watching this guy. This dude's jumper is not ugly. Put it like this. There are a lot of guys with uglier jump shots that find a way to put them through the bottom of the net. Hell, there's a guy in this series. Pascal Siakam's shot doesn't look nowhere near as good as Ben Simmons' 3-point shot. I've seen it. I've seen him take them. But Pascal Siakam put that work in. I don't want to hear about no damn Kardashians, Jenners, whatever this summer with Ben Simmons. I don't want to hear about him dating no more celebrities, R&B stars. I want to see footage of Ben Simmons in the gym. That's what I want to see. Because I'm going to tell you something, Ben, and this is a message. You cannot count on Joel Embiid to be there every day. You're seeing it for the 2nd straight postseason. He's struggling through. It is literally taking this man everything to get ready for a basketball game. 6 treatments. He's sick like a baby before the game. All I would say, and this is a warning, I'm not sure if Joel Embiid is going to be in the NBA 3 years from now. So Ben Simmons, a lot of nights Joel Embiid, when he's healthy, he covers your slight work. He covers your slight work. And we don't talk about how average Ben Simmons is night to night, a lot of nights. Now, we talk about him when he's great. But tonight, he was less than average. You better get it together quickly. I'm going to warn Ben Simmons in this regard. Tobias and Jimmy Butler are free this summer. If y'all get eliminated in 6 games, whatever, and y'all don't look competitive for the 3rd straight game, don't be surprised if Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler say, all right, this is the healthiest we'll be. Joel Embiid body ain't getting any better. He ain't in shape. They'll know. By the way, the teammates will know. All right, he ain't getting better. He ain't getting healthier. Joel Embiid ain't gonna put the work into his game. He ain't gonna put the work into his body, at least. Excuse me. Ben ain't shooting, making jumpers still. We gonna dip. Tobias and Jimmy Butler could very well both leave this summer. Could both leave. And I know Philly can offer more money, but what if they both leave? And now you're stuck with Joel Embiid, and you can't shoot. And now you're back to square one. It could happen. This is a disappointing loss for Philly. Ben better look up. If he doesn't develop a jumper, his scapegoat and Joel Embiid might not be around for the long haul here. I'm just saying, this is ugly. Philly looks embarrassing right now. I thank y'all so much for the time, loves, but I don't take it for granted. Salute. Philadelphia, down 3-2. They got Game 6 on their home court. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Will they show up or not? I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
All the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV, here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.